Nobody tells you how to really be an artist. They can teach you how to paint, how to act, how to sing. But there's always this mysterious, mystic flame. The artist's soul. That is said to be unteachable, undescribable. That is supposed to magically appear on its own, or as they say, you've got it or you don't. Well, I'm gonna tell you what it is, because I finally found it. I'm just an ordinary human trying to make great art. But all I do is just like me, ordinary. Art teachers told me to quit, to focus on theory or management. They told me I didn't have what it takes to create, that something was missing. But what? Damn it, what? I didn't listen. I pushed through art school. I gave it my all. I stuck to it. Until I stopped. And I began to drop my guard and accept what others would repeat and ask from me. Just like a siren song driving me to where it wants, and so to my defeat. Because I have to. I want to have a successful career. I just want to make it and live from my art. Because I want to succeed, I told you. Because it's what I've always wanted since I was a child, you know? My mom has always pushed me to realize my dreams. I don't know. I just want to make great art. You know, I just want to make at least one artwork that would live on inspire me, and that would be so important that it would just become part of our cultural memory, you know? No. No, not necessarily. Yeah, of course. What? Ah, that's pretty judgmental. I've never thought of myself as being a selfish person. Am I really? If I only want recognition, what's in it for the others? Really, that's a good question. Why would they give it to me? Would I give it to someone whose intent is only that, to be recognized? No. Is that all that the great artists were dreaming of when they were creating? Was that really their end goal? What have they given to us through their art? How have they contributed to our lives? Have they really? If so, what change have they provoked? Yeah. They've all contributed a great deal. They've all shared or started to materialize a wish for change. They all had a clear intent. So, what do I want to contribute? What do I want to add to what has already been said?
For now, I'm gonna stay here and do what you can't do. You need to do what I can't do. Think carefully. Read the situation. As long as we have you, there's still a chance we can save Robin.
What needs to change?
Today, I want to talk about political violence.
Charlie Kirk's murder is the latest high-profile example of political violence in the U.S.
Can we even talk? Is that even possible anymore?
That one. Always assume someone in authority or who's a professional is a woman. Doctor, coach, boss, supervisor, a woman. Every day.
Okay. This just seems more like a crash course on how to be the most insufferable person in the room rather than anything to do with feminism.
You must be a racist. You must be a misogynist.
When we do speak out, women often don't want to hear what we have to say.
Like, that's just common sense.
What's going on is I just want your arguments to be based off of facts and not your opinion.
Men are physically superior to women. That's a fact.
Okay, amazing. Where are you pulling the fact from? Your lived experience, your opinion.
Do I need a study to tell you that 1 + 1 is 2?
At no time should you overvalue your own thoughts.
And your point is what Secretary General of the United Nations, Antonio Guterres, said recently, which is we are one misunderstanding, one miscalculation away from nuclear annihilation.
Or even one AI-generated viral video.
If you've been using ChatGPT to learn for the last year, you are probably dumber today than you were a year ago.
I become delusional, I interact with you, we interact in a very sort of echo chambery, incestuous way without outside feedback, and then the delusion gets transmitted or shared between us, and the delusion gets worse over time. So it turns out that this may be a core feature of AI usage.
You also believe water is a scam?
Yeah, I mean, water's a solvent, so it's dissolving your body. The fact that people say it's hydrating your cells is crap.
Instead of wishing to be important, do something important. Do something no one else can do, something you truly believe in.
The world is literally and figuratively on fire, and I am about to tell you that you need to make art.
Move your motivation outward of yourself.
Idea because one makes everyone feel like everything's going right,
The other one is being able to embrace the discomfort of what's not, in a way. I think.
And there's another branch of all of us who must have answers to every question. Because they're not learning to love the questions, they only want to love the answer.
There are many different critical issues facing the world, and that they're interconnected, and that there are cascades from one to the other, and they need considered together, which is unbelievably important. We more talk about the meta crisis.
When I saw that the same trends were happening in the UK and Canada and Australia at the same time, that's when I knew something big is happening here. You know, if it's just the US.
Oh, I know. I know now. Hello there. Hey, thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed that and you want to see more, please go ahead and subscribe.